Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's update on Winter Storm Finn. So, Winter Storm Finn is going to be a major winter storm for tens of millions of people. And looking at the current radar, as of 7:20 p.m. Central Standard Time, Winter Storm Finn does not look like much yet, with only some scattered snow showers ongoing across portions of eastern Arizona into western New Mexico. We also have some snow showers in the Rocky Mountains of western Colorado and some snow showers around Salt Lake City this evening. However, Winter Storm Finn is really going to get going into the overnight into tomorrow as we take a look at our winter weather alerts across the United States. We already have blizzard warnings in effect across northeastern New Mexico, southeastern Colorado, southwestern Kansas, the western Oklahoma Panhandle, and the northwestern Texas Panhandle for Winter Storm Finn, including Dodge City. So let's take a look at some of these blizzard warnings. We have a blizzard warning from Monday 3 a.m. Central Standard Time through Tuesday 6 a.m. Central Standard Time for southwestern Kansas, and the Oklahoma Panhandle and northwestern Texas Panhandle, with total snow accumulations between 2 and 6 inches. However, the real danger is going to be the winds. We are going to be seeing winds gusting as high as 65 miles per hour, with visibilities dropping below a quarter of a mile. So make sure you're really preparing for a dangerous blizzard across southwestern Kansas, southeastern Colorado, the western Oklahoma Panhandle, and the Texas Panhandle. Looking at northeastern New Mexico, southeastern Colorado, we have a blizzard warning from Monday 2 a.m. Mountain Standard Time through Tuesday 5 a.m. Mountain Standard Time for total snow accumulations of 2 to 6 inches and isolated locations seeing 12 inches of snow. And once again, winds are going to be gusting to 65 miles per hour. So really prepare for a winter storm Finn across northeastern New Mexico. We have a lot of winter storm warnings in effect across northwest New Mexico, northeast Arizona, southeast Utah, southwestern Colorado, and then we have a lot of winter storm warnings across northern Kansas, eastern Nebraska, southeastern South Dakota, southwest Minnesota into Iowa and northern Missouri. Taking a look at some of these winter storm warnings, taking a look first around Omaha, Nebraska. Winter storm warning from Monday 6 a.m. Central Standard Time through Tuesday 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Heavy snow expected. Total snow accumulations between 6 and 9 inches, and wind gusts as high as 45 miles per hour, making for very treacherous travel, near impossible travel for Lincoln and Omaha. Then looking up towards Des Moines, we have a winter storm warning from Monday 9 a.m. Central Standard Time through Tuesday 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for total snow accumulations of 6 to 11 inches, winds gusting to 40 miles per hour. And then looking up towards Sioux Falls with the winter storm warning. Winter storm warning from Monday 12 a.m. Central Time through Tuesday 6 a.m. Central Time for heavy snow and total snow accumulations of 6 to 10 inches. And then we got winter storm watches extending into eastern Iowa, eastern northeastern Missouri, northwestern Illinois, much of southeastern central Wisconsin. Looking in the Quad Cities area, we have a winter storm watch from Monday 6 p.m. Central Time through Wednesday 6 a.m. Central Standard Time for 7 to 12 inches of snow and winds gusting to 40 miles per hour. And then up towards Wisconsin near Madison, 6 to 11 inches of snow, 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts from Tuesday 6 a.m. Central Standard Time through Wednesday 3 a.m. Central Standard Time, and then going up towards Milwaukee, 6 a.m. to 3 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, respectively, with 4 to 7 inches of snow near the lake, and then 6 to 10 inches further inland, 35-mile-per-hour winds for Milwaukee, Racine, and Kenosha counties, and then up towards Green Bay, winter storm watch from Tuesday 6 a.m. Central Standard Time through Wednesday 3 a.m. Central Standard Time for 6 to 10 inches of snow and wind gusts 45 miles per hour. So this is going to be a massive widespread storm with long-lasting impacts for tens of millions. So taking a look at our 18Z run of the North American model, snow will really get going overnight across the northern plains in South Dakota, Nebraska, in northwestern Iowa, Colorado, Wyoming, New Mexico, and then waking up tomorrow morning around 7 a.m. Going to have an all-out blizzard across eastern Colorado, northeast New Mexico, Kansas, heavy snow into Nebraska, South Dakota, southwest Minnesota, northwestern Iowa. This will last all day tomorrow as the snow spreads across the Central Plains and Midwest. And then as we go into Tuesday, blizzard conditions likely across Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, with snow moving into Chicago into Tuesday morning and then lasting through the day. And then we see a quick burst of snow across the Northeast, but rapidly changes over to rain due to a very strong warm air advection. And then our storm is going to continue to dump snow on the backside across the Midwest through Wednesday morning before moving out into Thursday. So taking a look at snowfall accumulations, first in the North American model, looking at a good dusting of 2 inches across the northern plains, a lot of 2 to 6 inch totals in the blue areas, but focusing in on Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, Southwest Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, going to be seeing a widespread 6 to 12 inches of snow, and then we could see a pocket of 12 to 18 inches across portions of Iowa, South Dakota, Minnesota. So make sure you're really preparing for this blockbuster snowstorm for these areas. Looking in the Chicago area, the Milwaukee, the Green Bay area, looking at a good 4 to 7 inches of snow. So a moderate snowstorm for you guys. And then across Michigan, a good 3 to 6 inches of snow. And then once again across the Northeast, 3 to 8 inches, but this is going to melt with rain. Taking a look at the GFS model for snowfall accumulations from Winter Storm Finn, GFS is in good agreement with the North American model. Widespread 6 to 12 inches across Kansas, Nebraska, southeast South Dakota, southwest Minnesota, Iowa, northern Missouri, southeastern central Wisconsin, northern Illinois, much of Michigan. And then Chicago, you're looking at about 8 inches of snow, or well, it's kind of misplaced. I would say about 5 to 6 inches of snow in the GFS model. Detroit about 4 to 5 inches, and then up towards Green Bay about 6 inches, and then especially around Milwaukee could be seeing as much as 9 to 11 inches snow if the GFS model verifies. And then taking a look at the actually, this was the European model I was showing you. Now taking a look at the GFS is pretty much showing the same thing as the European model and the North American model, except we see some higher snow accumulations across northern Kansas, southeast Nebraska, southern Iowa, northern Missouri of over a foot. And then once again, looking at about 7 inches in Chicago, and then about 9 inches in Milwaukee, about 7 to 10 inches in Green Bay, and then around Des Moines about 8 inches, Lincoln about 9 inches. So make sure you're really preparing for this. And if all this wasn't enough, we have a really nasty severe weather threat with Winter Storm Finn with an enhanced risk of severe weather tomorrow across southeastern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southwestern Alabama, the Florida Panhandle in the orange, slight risk from Texas all the way through west of Tallahassee in the yellow, marginal risk in the dark green from much of the eastern half of Texas through southwestern Georgia and Tallahassee, Florida. And this includes a 10% chance of tornadoes within 25 miles of location for New Orleans, Mobile, southeast Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, for potentially up to EF2 tornadoes with a 5% tornado risk in the brown area in areas like Houston and southwest Louisiana, 2% chance in the green for tornadoes, damaging wind, 30% chance across the same areas, including New Orleans and Mobile. Hatch means we could be seeing wind gusts of over 75 miles per hour, 15% chance of winds exceeding 58 miles per hour in the yellow, 5% chance in the brown tomorrow. And hail's going to be at 15% chance of quarter-size hail within 25 miles of location across southeast Texas, southern Louisiana, southwestern Mississippi, with a 5% chance in the brown. And then this goes into Tuesday, looking at Tuesday's convective outlook, enhanced risk across southeastern Alabama, southwest Georgia, western Florida, slight risk across much of the southeast, marginal risk in the dark green. And then looking at Tuesday, got that 30% chance of severe weather within 25 miles of a location across southeast Alabama, southwestern Georgia, western Florida, 15% severe weather risk in the yellow, across much of the southeast, 5% chance in the brown. So make sure you're really preparing for Winter Storm Finn, as this is going to be the most impactful storm of the winter so far. Thanks for watching this evening's winter weather update. Please stay safe and have a wonderful evening, my friends.